Well, since I don't know what to record for this Wednesday's video, well, I do because I'm recording it, but shut up. I guess I'll do something that has been kind of on the back burner for a while. And that is asking if anyone remembers or knows about Spider Riders. So, I've been thinking about making this video for a while because I was reminded that this show existed by a friend of mine in real life. And it reminded me that the show existed. And then I was also shocked that there was another human being on this planet that knew what that show was. That's obviously another statement, but just deal with it. Shut up. God. Spider Riders is an interesting show. It's a Canadian animated series. I believe there is some Japanese influence in it. But it's a Canadian series, primarily, where this kid ends up going to another world, kind of. It's basically an isekai, where people exist, and then you've got, like, the protectors of the people that protect people from the giant bug monsters called Spider Riders, who, as the name implies, ride spiders. But not just any spiders. Giant mechanical spiders. It's a strange show. It's got all of the cringe you'd imagine from something that came out I think it came out like pre-2010, I think it was like 2008, something like that. You know, someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it is incredibly cringe in both a good and a bad way, as you'd expect from something of that period targeted toward kids, because it absolutely is. I genuinely do not know how I stumbled across Spider Riders as a kid. I genuinely do not know, because when we looked into it, we couldn't find like any TV stations in the UK at least that it aired on, and I definitely didn't watch it online at the time because streaming wasn't really a thing, or at least wasn't completely. So and they probably could, maybe I could have watched it on a pirate site, but I genuinely don't know. But yeah, so I don't know how I stumbled across it, but I did, and then I watched the whole thing. Like, there's about 48 episodes, I think, of the show. I watched the whole thing, and as a kid, I absolutely loved it. And I recently, after being reminded of it, decided to rewatch some of it. And good Christ, like I said earlier, it's got all the like cheesiness and cringiness that you'd expect from it that I, as a kid, obviously didn't care for at all, and was like, wow, that's actually really cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck? This is But that doesn't mean the show is bad. I don't think it's good by any stretch, don't get me wrong. It's definitely enjoyable. At least from memory. I haven't rewatched the whole thing, but from memory it's definitely enjoyable. But obviously that's, you know, kid me. My younger self that that watched it, so I wasn't very critically thinking back then. But yeah, the plot goes on, and there's like some stuff, and they fight the evil insect empire people, and then there's like a spider rider that's working for the insect people, but not really, but kind of is, but it's because they were raised there, and there's some shenaniganry that goes on with that. Yeah, thinking back on it, there's definitely certain things I have a taste for that I think originate from Spider Riders. I won't go into detail on those here, but they definitely do. But I genuinely just want to know, does anybody fucking remember or know about Spider Riders? Like, genuine question. Because if so, you're cool. If you do. If you don't, well, go check it out, and, well, maybe don't, if I'm being honest. Because, like I said, pretty cringe. And the dub, because I watched this in dub as a kid. There is a sub, I believe, like a Japanese version. But the dub, the English, oh boy. Oh boy. Is it something. So yeah, check it out if you want. If you want to maybe suffer a little bit and maybe have a good time, perhaps, go check out Spider Riders. And if you know what it is, please tell me your thoughts on it in the comments below. Yeah, with all that said, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I'll catch you next time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.